Little Women is a film directed by Greta Gerwig and is based off of the Louisa May Alcott novel of the same title and stars Saoirse Ronan, Emma Watson, Florence Pugh, Meryl Streep, and Laura Dern, who has strangely been appearing in a lot of my videos lately. She is a really good actress. Little Women takes place both during and after the American Civil War and follows the childhoods of Jo, Meg, Beth, and Amy March after their father has gone south to fight in the war. Saoirse Ronan's character, Jo March, is trying really hard to get her novel published, but unfortunately, due to being a woman in 1867, is facing many obstacles, while her sister Meg March is getting ready to get married. Amy March is trying to get into art school in New York City, and Beth March is battling a horrible sickness. Greta Gerwig directed Lady Bird before this film, a film which also starred Saoirse Ronan and was a film about my hometown of Sacramento, which was really cool. It was so cool to see my hometown of Sacramento on the big screen, and it was also a film that I absolutely loved. I remember back in 2019 when Little Women came out, I went to go see this movie in theaters 2 times. The first time with my mom and the second time with a good friend of mine down in San Francisco. And both times I walked out of the theater thinking to myself, hey, that wasn't a bad film. However, something strange happened to me when I rewatched this film last night. Something that doesn't happen to me very often. My opinion has changed drastically on this film, and not necessarily for the better. The story of Little Women is told in a non-chronological storytelling order, and has the scenes that take place during the war in bright, beautiful colors, whereas the scenes that take place after the war are in more of a dark, sad, and depressing kind of tone. Something else that's interesting and noteworthy about this film's non-chronological storytelling order is it will oftentimes take scenes that take place in the past and are in beautiful, joyful-looking colors, and will oftentimes put them right next to scenes that are in the present and in darker tone colors, and these scenes will usually resemble each other in some kind of way. For example, there's one scene where Saoirse Ronan's character, Jo March, is walking down the stairs, and the scene is definitely in the past. It's got very beautiful and joyful-looking colors, and then right after that we'll get a very similar looking scene where her character is walking down the stairs, but it's in the present and the colors are definitely darker. Most movies like Little Women, shot in non-chronological order, will have their scenes in the past usually in black and white, and their present scenes in color. However, with this film, it seems to be switched. The past scenes are in color, and the present scenes are in more of a darker kind of tone. So that's kind of interesting to me. Right off of the bat, one of the best things about this film is the acting performances. Saoirse Ronan, Emma Watson, Florence Pugh, and Laura Dern all give really good performances, and you can tell that they were passionate about the source material. However, if you ask me, the best part about this film was the beautiful cinematography done by this guy, who does an excellent job at capturing immediate post-Civil War America. However, in terms of positives, that is about all I can say for this film. Last night, when I rewatched this film, about 1 hour into it, I said to myself, what the hell is this movie about? And when your audience is 1 hour into the film and they don't know what the film is about, that's a bad sign. The film in some parts of the beginning and the middle really drags and just aimlessly wanders around, and I found myself asking, why am I supposed to care for these women? I no joke got so bored during the beginning and the middle of this movie, I actually had to take an hour-long break and come back to the film. There are a couple of romantic relationships in the movie, but honestly throughout the entire film it felt as if they were trying to force these romantic relationships on me and trying really hard to get me to want them to wind up together, but I just didn't care. I had no reason to care. The honest-to-God truth here, guys, is that my feelings on this film are very mixed. It has great acting, wonderful cinematography, but did not have enough focus on its story to keep me engaged, and tried to force a couple of romantic relationships down my throat that I just did not care for. I'm gonna give Little Women a C+. Thank you all for watching my video today. If you liked what you saw here, please consider leaving a like, leaving a comment, hitting the subscribe button, hitting the bell notification icon so you know when yours truly uploads, and as always, you can look forward to another movie review coming from yours truly very soon. Thank you all again so much.